Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dion back with a daily Fanduel lineup for today, January 15th. Um, just to recap, I had a pretty successful day. Didn't really profit much. Uh, I did two NBA tournament lineups. They both cash, but it was basically minimum cash because I entered uh two $1 ones. One was a single entry, another one was a multi entry. I can't remember the name of them, but Actually, I'll show you my highest line. But I don't know why I was on the Celtics Twitter page just now. Uh, let's go. Click. All right. Yeah, this was my highest line. My other lineup was at 284, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it had Ish, Kyrie, Jimmy, Clay, Kawhi, Mirotic, Noel, Nance Jr., Joakim Noah. So, uh, it's a pretty good lineup for me today. Can't really complain about it. So, Um, did profit, man. That's the main thing you want to do is profit. Didn't really think today was a profitable day for double ups, but I'm loving GPPs for tomorrow too because I think there's a lot of guys that I'm finding today that can go low on that can win me some tournaments. But I'm gonna just focus on good plays in general and pretty much gonna start at the point guard. This is not necessarily gonna be my lineup. I'll just fill this in for the sake of the video. But point guard, first, of course, you got Lillard. He's easily the safest player today. If you don't have him in your cash games, you pretty much just don't want any money or you're kind of crazy, man. He's 9,200. Price isn't really too big. I mean, we all his ceiling is about 60, 65. So 9,200 for a guy that can get you 60, 65 on any given night. You never know. Especially in a great matchup like this, makes him a great play, actually. Brooklyn's fifth worst versus point guards as far as DVP goes. 201 over under. Bottom 10 defense efficiency for Brooklyn. I think he's still at a reasonable price. The only thing I don't like, the pace is not ideal, but his usage rate is through the roof. So, Lillard definitely a great play, man, today. So we'll move on to the second point guard I got listed. I like to write down all my plays in a notebook, and I like to write down the pros and cons along with their price and stuff. But I had the Suns second worst against point guards. Fastest. I think this is. If you really look at both their paces, if you combine them, this should be the fastest paced game on the slate. So that's one thing you got going for you. Project. They didn't have an over under for this game. Let me see. Check it again. Nope, they still don't have an over under for this game. But I'm almost certain that this game is gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty fast, man. And pace. It should be the it's late at night, so I'm kind of getting screwed. But this should have a high over under, man, especially if you take into account what Boston offense has been doing and with the projected pace of this game, man, it's pretty fast. So I like that there. IT2 usage rate is through the roof, man. He's basically starting now, so we don't have to worry about Marcus Smart creeping up and take some minutes. It's not happening anymore. And the only thing I don't like those possible blowouts. So probably passing on IT2. That price 8,600 is not ideal for me. Especially in the game that could be a blowout, and he's not even playing like 35 minutes. He's not locked for 35 minutes. Oh, he did do that the last two games, but damn, I actually didn't need to step in my research. That last game came down to the wire, and I guess they were trying to force feed him because it was a close game. But this one's definitely a blowout, so I definitely see him staying around 30, 32. So definitely gonna fade him at that price. Next, we got Michael Carter Williams, 6,700. This game is projected at a 207 over under. Oh, 208, excuse me. 208 over under. So you already know this game probably gonna be up in pace a little bit too. Doesn't Vegas doesn't really predict any defense here. Um, ATL they're in the bottom 10 versus point guards. Michael Carter Williams usage with OJ Mayo should be way up. Should play about 35 plus minutes with OJ Mayo out. Nice floor. Um, the only thing I don't like about him is not confirmed that OJ Mayo will be out, but I think he makes for a pretty good cash game play in the MCW, man. He's pretty much a lock in cash games. I think you could just play him and Lillard, and then you go on from there. So Uh, Last but not least, the last point guard I'm looking at, Tyler Johnson. He's playing close to 30 minutes. I think 29 and 28 respectively in the last two. Pretty much a great price. Has high upside. The floor should be about 20, man. And 30 minutes of play, he should definitely see a floor of about 20. What I don't like about it is the low over under and the pace. His usage is not really that high, but the Nuggets are fifth worst against point guards, so definitely think Tyler Johnson can have a solid game here. Wouldn't trust him in cash games, but I don't think he can kill your lineup. I don't see him getting less than 20, really, to be honest. So we can kind of move on to shooting guards right now off the back. You got Harden. Think he has a pretty much good individual matchup, high upside, 205 over under. Usage rate is about 33.3 on the season. Might play 40 plus minutes in this kind of a game, especially if it's close. Pretty sure he wants to show up here, especially against a Cleveland team. Houston's been struggling a little bit. Um, his floor, man, he's pretty much safe in cash games. His floor been about 40, so he's dropped down to 90, 9,800. So he's pretty much in play for me. I even like him in tournaments too. I think he'll go low on the tournaments because of the value that's out there today. Next we got Wade. Denver has the worst DVP versus shooting guards, so you can pretty much I like Wade here. He pretty much has the best matchup for shooting guards on this whole slate. So um, like Wade here. Worst DVP. Wade's usage rate is about 31.5. Consistent 32 minutes in close games. The floor is pretty good. The upside is high. The only thing I don't like over under and pace, man. It's not ideal for me. So I'll probably kind of move on from there. The price and he's at 7,200. So I mean that is a reasonable price, but considering the pace and over under what Vegas likes, it might not be. You might want to shy away from him, but we can move on. Manta 6,200. Ronnie Stuckey's out. You can pretty much log Monta for 34, 35 minutes in this game. Got a reasonable price. The upsides, I think he has pretty good upside. He's basically the point guard for this team. George Hill, he's racking the more assists than George Hill. Has a higher upside than George Hill. So, Wizards fourth worst against shooting guards. He has a 23 usage rate right now. One of the fastest paced games on the slate. I think let's go check something. I was looking at Lillard stats earlier, but let's see. Legit team stats, pace. Okay, we got Indiana. Then you got Washington, man. So besides the Boston Phoenix, they should be the second fastest paced game on the slate. So let's see if they have an over under for it yet. Nope. Still no over under. Doing this at 3:41 in the morning, so no surprise there. I guess they want to see. I don't even know what's going on, man. I guess it's just too early. But yeah, I still like Monta. I think he's locked into my cash games, and I might take a flyer on him in some GPP. So loving him there. Next we got Gerald Green, 4,200. He's playing. He's a lot of value. What I don't like about him, he's kind of scoring dependent, man. He's not really racking up stats anywhere else. No blocks, assists, steals, not really there. So just burp. Excuse me. I do like him though. He's playing around 34 minutes a game. I think he has high upside, man, because he's always been an elite scorer. He has those sporadic moments, but he's a guy that could get it going, man. He heats up. I've seen him heat up plenty of times, but he's a chucker too. So I like it. I like a guy with high volume shots. So if you're gonna be a scoring dependent guy, at least take a bunch of shots. So I like that from him. The floor is pretty consistent. He's usually in his 34 minutes, he's getting you a 20 plus. So except for his one game against Brooklyn. So Jared Green's pretty good. The same reasons why I didn't like Wade and Tyler Johnson's the reason why I won't like him. Um, Bad over under and the pace for this game is not it's not something I like. And he's scoring the defender, but everything else he's pretty good. Has a pretty good floor for cash games. So um, that was it for sure. Oh no, actually I'm lying. Gotta take a look at that boy Levine. Zach Levine, man. He played 27 minutes out last time against OKC. But before then, man, these minutes are all over the place. I think you could take a chance on him in a GPP. This game's probably gonna be up in pace a little bit as well. OKC is most likely gonna blow out the Timberwolves, and I think that'll push Rubio to the bench, and Levine can just rack up a bunch of minutes and go pretty much do well against that OKC second team like he did last time around. So Levine, if you want to get too cute and you really want to save salary, you can play Levine, man. I think he's a nice play for tournaments. Um, so now we can move on to small forwards. Pretty much, I think I'm fading LeBron and Durant, and the next guy after that, Paul George, man. Washington's the second worst team against small forwards. Paul George, high usage, fast paced game, man. He's been burning me a lot, but for some reason I can't stop playing him. Like I always seem to play him on the bad days. Like I played them this game versus Boston. Didn't play him against Phoenix. I played him versus New Orleans. I'm not sure if I played him against Orlando, but he's just been killing some of my lineups. Even though sometimes I do cash, but he's just been like holding my lineups back. So, but I'm still gonna take that chance on him with Stuckey out. Pretty much has one of the best matchups for small forwards. 8,800. That's not too much. That's not too much a price to pay for a guy who has 60-point upside. So, like PG 13 here today. Not a bad play at all. Next we can move on to Nicolau Batum. Um, Pelicans fifth worst against shooting guards. Nick Batum, he's listed as small forward, but he's basically playing shooting guard. High upside, consistent floor. Has one of the highest usage rates on his team. I think he's around 22. Consistent minutes, especially in close games. So I like that there. Let's take a look at his game log. 25 minutes, he had 19. 38, he had 25. But he's not going to kill your lineup. He missed value there. He's not going to kill your lineup. He's not going to kill. All I'm seeing from this is he's not going to kill your lineup. So then you can take a chance on him. He's shown you the ability to hit 40 and 37 to get close to 40 plenty of times. So Batum, he's damn near the point guard as well, man. He does it all. He doesn't need to score. 10 assists, 7, 7, 6, 11, 8. So pretty good there. After we move on from him, Middleton, I don't even know if I need to say much about Middleton. Look at the minutes he's playing in the production. He's going against Washington. Just to throw some numbers, bottom 10 versus shooting guards, 25.2 usage rate. Look at this over under. 208, man. 208 over under while they're at home. And you got OJ Mayo sitting out. He's definitely so. Middleton minutes. I mean, his minutes were pretty much locked with him, with Mayo in, but 40. He's playing close to 40, man. That is crazy. So I have to lock him into my cash game. He still has high upside. He's shown you the ability to get 49. So for a guy, and he's starting to rack up assists now as well. I guess he's playing a little bit of point or something. So Middleton, like him a lot. High upside, consistent floor, playing close to 40 minutes. And I don't even think this is his peak price. I think there's a chance that he goes all the way up to 7,500, 7,800 before the season's over. So I like him there. So we can move on now. Scroll down a little bit. CJ Miles. I think he's a nice tournament. I think he can even be a safe cash game play that won't kill you, man. Coming off the bench for Stuckey, and with him being out, I think CJ Miles is gonna see a lot of time at the 2 and the 3. And Washington doesn't defend either of them good, so if he's playing 30 minutes, I think he can have a great game here. Basically like him for the same reasons I like Monta and Paul George. So I think you could actually stack this game and it won't kill you. I mean, there might be one of these guys that don't hit value stacking them, but I don't think they'll kill your lineups in cash. Like I stacked Curry, Clay, and Harrison Barnes the other day, and that kind of paid off, even though Clay didn't hit value. So um, it's always nice. I guess stack is not the worst in cash games, especially when you know there's at least two of the guys that's gonna go off. So like that there. And then last but not least, that small forward. Shabazz Muhammad, man. If it's gonna be a blowout, man, and I'm just disappointed that he only played 16 minutes last game. I guess because he was struggling or Wiggins was on. I'm not quite sure what was happening. Kevin Martin, I think Kevin Martin came in, stole quite a few minutes, man. Hope this isn't regular. Yeah, he went up to 29 minutes. So I don't know if this is gonna be something that he's definitely gonna be playing these kind of minutes again. So it's tough to get a read on Shabazz, but I think if you want to get cute, man, you play Shabazz. If you want to really pay up for somebody else, and if you think, because I know for a fact this game is gonna be a blowout. There should be no reason that the Timberwolves should be able to keep up with OKC. So Shabazz should get a bunch of garbage time minutes against the second team of OKC. So I like Shabazz a little bit. 3,800 high pace, decent upside, blowout minutes. So can't go wrong there. So we can move on to power forward now. AD against Charlotte. Let's go look at some DVP, man. Power forwards. Uh, Charlotte, fourth worst versus power forwards. Let's see where they rank at rebound. They giving up the most rebounds. Let's see. They rank blocks. Okay, so they're not really getting blocked like that or whatever. I do know Charlotte doesn't turn the ball over. I don't think they turn the ball over that much. So I think they wanted to. I think they're actually number one in fewest turnovers. So you can't expect AD to have one of those 5, 6, 7, like 5 steal games. So I don't really see that coming from him. I just have him right now placed in my lineup just to fill in some salary, just give you guys a look at what I'm liking. But I don't see anybody that can stop him from scoring. Like I wouldn't be surprised for him to have like a 40-10 game, man. That's very possible, especially against Charlotte's undersized team. And if there's no Tyreek Evans, his usage rate's gonna go even higher through the roof. So like him, man. It's always tough taking AD because he just gets injured almost every. It feels like he gets injured almost every other day. So AD definitely somebody in play. Paul Millsap, pretty good matchup. Milwaukee six-worth team against power forwards, 25 usage rate and 208 over under. So pretty much gonna play 35 minutes, close game, safe floor. I will say his price limits his upside, man. I mean, his upside is usually like 45 or something. You don't really see him get 50 too often in the season. He did it against Houston, but I'm not really counting on 5, 6 blocks again. So um, I don't know what to think there, man. I think he's pretty safe. I really have no complaints about him. His floor, I think he gets no less than 40 in this matchup, though. I really feel confident in Millsap, especially looking at that over under. So, and he has a good matchup with Jabari. So, uh, could be a great game for Millsap. I have no problem with him there. The next daddy is Young. Let's look at the minutes he played last time out. 39. Has a pretty decent matchup here today. Let's go check out the DVP. Power forward. Okay, I don't have it listed right. Okay. So basically, seeing he's in the bottom 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, they're 12th. They're 12th against power forwards, but pretty much when everybody's in the 43 right here, you could just group them together. Say he's in the bottom 10, so in the bottom half, say the least. So, definitely think Thaddeus Young, man, if he's playing 40 minutes against the Portland, man, this should be a pretty good game, man, for him. Let's go look at the projected lineups. Noah Vonleh, like he's not gonna slump down. I know Vonleh doesn't play a bunch of minutes, but that youngster still have his way with him. Let's go check on his usage, man. I definitely want to check this out. Got let's see what he's done in the last week. What's his usage in the last week? Okay, he has a 25.2 usage rate in the last week with a good matchup. Uh, why not? Why not Thaddeus Young? 6,900, man. That's pretty much been his peak price. I don't think he's past 6,900. Well, unless he hits, I think, matter of fact, I'm lying. I think he hit 7,100 at one point, but 35 points is very attainable for him. So can't be mad at him. In a good matchup versus Portland. I think the game stays close. Let's check out the over under this game. Okay, 201, man. Portland's 4-point favorites, but still pretty much a close enough game for me to want that I can trust Thaddeus Youngin. I know he's burned a lot of people in the past, but his backups out. Let's see. I think his main backup is really Thomas Robinson, but let's check this out. This guy Willie Reed's been playing quite a few minutes, so I think that Young's safe for 35 minutes in this matchup, especially if it stays close. So I like him there. Other guys I'm looking at, I don't really think there was too many power forwards that I was looking at today. Cody Zeller, of course, because he's playing center, and the Pelicans DVP versus center is horrible. I don't like his usage rate though, so yeah, 50 points. Now let's go look at his usage rate. It's not too good for me. Let's go check in the last week. So, oh, it's pretty. It's actually pretty decent. It's way better than I thought. I thought it'd be like 16 or something like that. But 20% of the possessions. Okay, that's not bad at all, especially against a Pelicans team that can't stop centers for whatever reason. So, um, and I guess it kind of gets a boost because they just played Boogie too, but they were already horrible before they played Boogie. So, Cody Zeller definitely makes for a decent play. Terrence Jones has been balling. They actually benched Capella last game out in the second half for T Jones, and I guess because of production, I'm not quite sure, but he's balled out the last two games, so I guess he's a decent play. And after that, man, there's nobody else I can trust. Who else, man? If you wanna, let's see who you can play if you wanna get cute. Mirza's playing decent minutes. It's all over the place though. Um, that's about it for me. If you wanna go Todd versus Dirk, decent play, but he played 35 against the Sixers and didn't really do much. So we can move on to center. Center, I didn't really write down centers today because I'm not certain on who I want to play, man. It's too many good matchups. Brooke has a good matchup. Greg Monroe, good matchup. Harford, good matchup. Henry Johnson, for his price, he's safe in cash games. Mahimi, great matchup versus Nene, but he's not playing a bunch of minutes. Plumlee, good matchup, but he's not playing a bunch of minutes. Jokic, good matchup, but it's too many bigs on Denver. So it's all over the place for me. I'm definitely having trouble with center right now, but that's about it, man, for my video, man. I'm doing this kind of late, so I know I started over some parts and got lost in my train of thought because it's pretty much almost 4 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. So don't kill me for that once again, man. I appreciate the viewers, man. Hopefully you guys subscribe, like what I'm doing, man. Follow the Twitter page, Daily FD Lineups. I post my lineups there, and I'm on a winning streak right now. So I think it's like 5 or 6 days in a row. Been doing some college basketball, catching in that too. So with that being said, man, I'm really out of here for the third time. So uh, that's about it, man. Hopefully we all win some money tomorrow. Peace.